welcome. Uh, I'm doing this interview for the Nightwish family. I'm here with Shag-U from Turmion Kätilöt, and this is going to be a bit of a 101 because you are going to tour with Nightwish. You're going to support them on their European tour. But a lot of people I noticed in the group and on Facebook that don't know you that well. So, because in Finland you are quite well known, but not really outside of Finland. So I'm doing this interview so people can get to know the band a bit more before seeing you guys live on stage with Nightwish.
So first of all, thank you, Natalie. It's really cool to be here talking with you. And also hello you all, wherever you are. We are going to bring the disco to the Nightwish show, and we are really looking forward to this to happen. After all this corona shitty things and postponing all the shows, we are really glad that at least some of the shows are able to do.
Yes, we are really looking forward indeed. The Nightwish shows have been postponed quite a while now, so
Yeah.
it's really great that it seems that it's finally happening now. So that's something to really look forward to. Well, let's start by the beginning, how it all started, because you have been around for quite a while now. The band was formed in 2003 by MC Raka P and DJ Vastapalo.
Correct.
And then the rest joined in, and there were some changes over the years. And in 2017, you joined the band, if I'm correct.
Yes.
The band has two singers. That's a bit unusual. It's not really seen much. How did it happen?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's so unusual, because if you think like a Nightwish, if I would wear a bass and I would sing, would that be like a normal thing then? And in Nightwish, they have like three singers. Of course, Floor is doing all the main vocals, but still, I think there are much vocal effort from both of the guys in the band as well. Well, for us, it's matter of a show, and of course, use of the voices. We love to do it live, and we love to do it like somehow like unleash a little bit primal version of you outside of it. We like to see it a little bit nasty. We like to see a little bit dirt on it, and
Yes.
we like to go crazy. For us, and also for us, the singing parts, they are always made for two singers, so it's impossible for one singer to even do those all.
Yes, so that's why there are two singers. Well, the name, what does it exactly mean, and why this name?
It's Turmion Kätilöt. I think it's like in English it would be like midwives of turmoil or something like that. I suppose if you translate it correctly, like
Yes.
literally. But I think it's more like an idea of something. It's more like how we are a little bit fucked up in our head when even the moment when we are birthed.
Yeah.
And we are like encouraging that side of you out.
Yeah, and also the logo has this little fetus with the devil's horn and tail. Like, there's a bit of a darker side in everyone. It's
well, we are a little bit darker
crazy side.
Yeah, I mean, that's really sad.
Yes. Well, it was a bit of a surprise to the Nightwish fans that you are supporting Nightwish. But can you tell me a bit more on how you got to know the guys from Nightwish and how this all came to be that you are now supporting them on their European tour?
Well, one main thing is naturally Janne Tolsa, our keyboardist, who played with Marko and Saku Hietala in Tarot back in the days.
Yes.
And of course, from that they knew pretty well and have been touring pretty much together. And when Janne joined Turmion Kätilöt as well, rank you, naturally Nightwish guys saw how our band grew bigger and bigger all the time, and they really like our stuff. And we have been planning this tour together for quite some time, but because naturally the one thing that we were a little bit smaller, and the another thing is that our music is It's a little different than Nightwish, to
Yes.
say at least.
Yes, it
So
is.
it took some time to for all those tour managers to accept the fact that we are doing this tour.
Okay. But
But now
Nightwish
that we are on the same
was
record
really
label
in
and
for it.
everything is working well, so now it's so easy to do, and we are really happy that we can finally do this because we basically knew everyone
Yeah.
from Nightwish and Nightwish knew us, so it's gonna be a fun ride for us all.
Yes, I can imagine that you guys will have a lot of fun on the tour.
Yeah,
I myself have been following you for quite some years now.
really.
Yes, and the last album, Global Warning, it was released more than a year ago in April 2020.
Yeah.
And I must say, I loved the album when I heard it for the first time, and I keep on listening to it. It has a bit of a bigger sound, like the band matured in through the years. Can you tell me a bit more about the album?
Well, when we are looking at Turmion Kätilöt albums, I think it's you said that we sound a little bit bigger or a little bit mature. I think it
Yeah.
has gone with all the albums. We every album we want to do something new, and when we think like the first album where MC Rakape and DJ Vastapalo made the whole album, now the whole band comprehends to it, and the whole band wants to do something about it.
Okay.
So it's not like just Petja's work or not just like a one member band anymore in any way. The whole
Yeah.
band wants to give their own sound to it, and I think that affects the total sound, what the album sounds like. Some might say it's a little bit more metal, some might say it's a little bit more something. We don't really care about those. We do the music we want, and that's the whole thing.
Yes.
And
How
now
would you
that
describe the music? As it's hard to put you in a box, which I really don't really like to do, but
really
because there
glad
are
to know
people who've
that.
never heard you
Well,
before, so
some when we were touring with Beast in Black, some I think it was in Holland or somewhere. Someone said pretty well. Let me think. It was something like it was if you mix Rammstein and Burp Zombie and then add some 90s disco, it's pretty close to that. Uh,
yes, that sounds
in a
like a
way,
good
he
description.
said it in some way really much cooler, like putting all those bands in a blender and Marilyn Manson wants to spit on it or something like that.
Oh my, yes, that
But
sounds
yeah,
like a good
something like
description.
that. But still, I think there is this Finnish mentality mixed in it. So
Yes.
and no matter how many bands you want to mix together, still I think we have this unique thing in our band.
Yes, you can really hear that it is your band and not something else. And well, the lyrics, of course, are in Finnish, and
Mostly.
yes, there's a little bit of English, but yeah, so that's also a thing. You talked a bit about that for the last album, and over time, more people joined in on creating the songs.
Hmm.
Um, so how does the process go of writing the songs? Is it one person who comes up with an idea and then you all join in on that idea?
Well, yeah, basically, usually our keyboardist Janne Branki or Petja MC Rakapi comes with an idea like a demo or something like that,
Hmm.
and then we start working out something from that. But
Yeah.
sometimes even Bobby, our guitar player, comes with an idea, or I might have some lyrics or some melodies already written or something like that. We just
Okay.
like mix them all together and see what happens.
Yes.
But most of the times it's Petja or Janne bringing out some demo or some riff or something.
Yeah, they
That we
come up
start.
with an idea and then go from there.
Yeah.
Is it hard because you guys live basically all over Finland, not close together? Is it hard to work
No,
it out?
no, because well, we are in this happy situation that we can basically live by this band. So the band provides us what we need in our lives. So we don't have to do so much like let's say normal works anymore.
Yeah.
So we can do our own schedules, and because of this digital age, naturally everything is quite easy to transfer to from
Yeah.
place A to place B. So I have my studios over here. Petty has his studios over there. Jan has his own studio. So we basically have like three studios
Yeah.
where we can work this out. So
So then you just throw ideas at each other and
yeah,
go from there.
And it's quite
Uh,
cool sometimes. Like we have everybody is sitting on their own in their own studio, and we just
mhm.
send stuff via internet, and then I can do some singing, and then I send it back, and we are basically doing the same song in the same time, but in three different places. So it's
Different places.
yeah,
Yes, well, it seems to work out fine.
it's so basically we are now working on new material as well. So
Oh, I'm looking
you're gonna
forward to
love it.
that. Looking forward to it. You already mentioned that you are now on the same label as Nightwish, Nuclear Blast,
Mhm.
since the last album. From what I heard, you had already the album ready before you joined the label.
Yeah.
What did they think of it when they heard it for the first time?
Well, when what I heard from Holger and guys, they loved it. Basically, Turmion Kätilöt has been like I don't know, a little bit like a punk. We have always wanted to do this ourselves because we don't want anyone to give us any rules. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, I think that's the main reason why we have grown so big in Finland. But at some point, we have to accept the fact that we are not the professionals in every aspect of this music industry.
Yes.
So we wanted to find guys who are crazy as we, but still they
Mhm.
know a little bit more than we. So we can
Yes.
focus more on the music and they can focus on the spreading out the music.
Yes, more on the rest of the stuff and
Yeah, so we had a couple of labels who we
mhm.
discussed with, and we have our own record label. So basically, we just license our stuff if we want. But we
Okay.
wanted to talk with them and find a way to make this
Yes.
make our disco even bigger. And well, thanks to Blast and guys over there, they are really professionals, but they are
Mhm.
crazy as fuck. So
Yes.
so
Yes, they seem to be really open-minded about
yeah,
your ideas and all the creativity that you give the music and they yeah, seem to be okay with it.
and they want to
Because
find a way for a new kind of music, and that's the
yeah,
simply one of the biggest things I love in that label, that they don't want to put bands into tight boxes. They want that music and creativity to live and go.
yes, that's great to hear. And for example, the video Naitu, it was released uncensored on Pornhub. Well, and of course they went with it, apparently.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, for a bit, for some people that was a bit of a shock, and I can say that within the Nightwish family, when the video came out, some people were like, "Okay, and they are going to tour with Nightwish." Yeah.
But basically, at the end of the day, we can do shocking things. We can do funny animal costumes. We can do some pornography or something violent or blood or anything. But
Mhm.
basically, everything we sing about is about you guys, and it's about what you really are inside there, and what we all are deep inside. It's usually some way wrapped around love.
Yes.
And if you want to really, really scratch the surface from our songs, you can always find that.
Mhm.
Naturally, it takes a little bit Finnish understanding as well, but still.
Yes, I myself am learning Finnish, and the more I learn the language, the more jokes I see in your songs, and the more finer details I can recognize in the song. So
Mm.
things that translation to English just won't do justice to the song. Um, with your shows, as you said, you always go full out and make it one crazy party. Like there's no rules and just music and freedom.
Yep.
I've seen some live shows on the internet and flamethrowers and meat hooks. When you
It's
tour
so
with
funny to hear when somebody else does tell us like this and that, like that, and then you like boom, oh yeah, that one, that was a good one.
yes, but you always seem to have a lot of fun on stage and make it one big party. Um, but when you tour with Nightwish, will you go full out on stage, or do you adjust it a bit because people don't know you and might be really shocked because of it?
Well, we usually, like I said, we don't have any rules. We don't want to censor anything.
No.
So it's not like we want to do shocking show. It's not like we are really trying to focus on shock or anything like that. I think we just do what we feel.
Yes.
And if that is shocking to someone, or if that is fun for someone, that's like their decision to make,
Yes.
not ours. We always want to do what we do.
What you
And
feel and
yeah, yeah. And
yes.
you are the judges after that.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the shows myself, and I like to see crazy things on stage. So yes,
But
you
naturally,
always
the headliner is of course Nightwish. So
yes,
we use the stage as we can. But
yeah,
they are the headliner. They are the kings and queens of the night. So all
hmm
the credit to them.
yeah. You always have this face paint on your face when you go on stage. How
Sorry,
long
I didn't
does?
put my morning makeup today.
That's fine. How long does it take to do the face paint? And is it a bit of a ritual before the show to put on the face paint and get into uh, not really character, but the other
Well,
self that you are?
that depends really much on who you are asking. For me, it's like a little bit like a, well, kind of like a ritual. It's more like setting the, I don't know, the game face on or something like
Yes.
that. Like focusing on, okay, now we are going to do this. So I usually like to take a little bit my own time with it in front of the mirror and really like tell myself why we are doing this and where we are doing this, and like I don't know, somehow like explain it to myself what I'm doing here and for who.
Yes.
And after that, I just put the mask on and then we go. But it's not like I'm not hiding behind the mask. It's I'm not. None
No.
of us are like hiding behind the mask. But like as you can see, we look much prettier with the makeup.
Nah. But it's so it's a bit of a different part of yourself that you will let come out on stage.
Well, I think it's more like
Yeah.
let's say like you can unleash some parts of you, like fully 160% out
Yeah.
after the mask. It
Ah,
has always been inside there, but it's like giving a
yes.
permission for yourself to be who you really are.
Yes, that is something that, well, maybe more people should do, to be honest.
I really,
Let your crazy side out once in a
yeah,
while and
find a
be who
way.
you really are. Yes.
Maybe you don't have to do like a crazy industrial metal band for it, but whatever it takes.
There are other ways to do it, but this works really well for you guys.
Mhm.
When you tour, there's always a lot of waiting. What do you guys do to kill time and keep yourself sane?
For us, I don't know really. It really depends what we had like what the last night was. Maybe we like to rest. Maybe take a couple of drinks. Last time when we were touring with the Beast in Black, I really like to go with Bobby and guys to the local restaurant to taste some local food or local beers or local something.
Yes.
It's really fun to have like a little bit tourist time. And
Yes.
usually every morning when the bus came to the venue, I like to go to a little bit walk around and see the city for a bit. And
Mm,
now
yes.
that we are doing like a really big shows in a big places, so naturally that means there's a lot of moving components, and that means there's a lot of
Yes.
waiting for us artists. So I'm gonna take all that time to tour around the city.
Okay. That sounds nice.
There have been like a 2 years with no chance to escape from Finland, so I'm gonna make the
Yes.
most of it.
Finally out into the world.
Yeah.
For the people who've never heard your music and who will experience it for the first time, what is your advice to them?
Set yourself free. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment and feel the beat.
Yeah. Do you have any albums or songs for people who have never heard you before and who would like to hear your music?
Well, I think I should go with the latest album with the Global Warning. That is like a really good cut through for of our music. But do not forget the first albums as well. Those were the main things for me back in the days, like a Hoitovirhe and Pirun Nyrkki
Yes.
albums. Basically, I don't
Yes.
know, listen to the whole catalog or something like that. Go to the
That,
Spotify,
of
listen.
course, is the
Yeah,
best.
go to the Spotify, listen to the top 10 or something, and then just pick the album. There are
Yeah.
lots of good things on the different albums.
Yes, every album has its own vibe, and you can
Yeah.
see the progress in the albums and changes over the years that you made. And yeah, you guys are now in the middle of your Finnish tour. You just had a lot of shows, and in the beginning of 2022, you will continue. And next year you have your own European tour.
Well, we see how it works out, really, but a little bit
Yes.
worried how this Corona goes.
Mhm.
But that is gonna happen someday at least. But we
Yes.
really want it to happen when it should happen. But well, this Corona is a crappy thing. That is the reason why
Yes.
Nightwish have to cancel so many shows as well.
Yes, it is. It's hard for everyone, but I hope you guys can do your tour as planned and without having to postpone a lot of shows.
And one
Um,
main thing that I'm really waiting for is our own Ice Hole show in
mm,
Helsinki this January. It's gonna be the biggest disco we have ever made so far.
oh wow, wow. So well, if you guys like them during the Nightwish tour and you want to see them do a full show, go to their tour, go to their European tour.
No matter where, just come and see us and enjoy the night.
Yes, I will try to be there when you guys come to the Netherlands. That's for sure.
You have two shows.
Yeah, I'm looking
Are you
forward
coming with
to it.
both of them?
When you guys headline with Nightwish, I will definitely come to one of them, and I will try to come to your own tour. So, as last, I just have a quick question round with some random questions.
Sure.
The first one is, what is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. Oh. uh, what should I say? Maybe red wine or whiskey. But
Ooh,
there's like a one thing because I don't see it as like guilty in any way.
yeah.
It's more like a gift for me or like a present for me when I have done like a really big long day and I really deserve something extra for at the end of the day. I take some red wine or whiskey and I always have a stock of both of those in my house.
Ah, yes. I gotta say, I love the same. A good whiskey or red wine. Also, a good meat.
Hmm.
Um, well, my next question is, what is your favorite drink? So that's
From
kind of
those
been
two, I will
answered.
go with the whiskey.
You go with the whiskey. And what sort of whiskey? Do you like
Usually like a Scotch, well, it's usually to say single malts, but there are pretty good blends as well. But
oh,
Highland Park and their family has been like the one of the best for so far.
yes, definitely a good one. What is the weirdest thing you have on your bucket list?
My bucket list. Last year I had my bucket list to jump with the parachute, and I did that already. So, hmm. Well, one thing is that is going to happen is going to be that London and Wembley Arena, but that's going to happen in a matter of months, so it's going to be done as well. I don't know. I think I need to write new ones because I'm getting at the end of my list already. So,
Oh well, that's a good thing. What is your favorite Nightwish song?
Nightwish show
Nightwish song.
song. Ah, fuck. That's a hard one because when I first heard Nightwish, it was like when naturally with the Tarja, but it was like a really
Hmm.
really long time. I heard like it was like before even the release it. But let's say hmm fuck, that's a really hard one because there's so good ones and they have changed so much. And then
Yeah.
there's this thing that Floor has sung with the older songs with her voice, and those are like sounding really freaking
Mm.
good. Uh, fuck. Hey, I can do this easy way. I have my own playlist from them, and I will check which is the most listened to them.
Oh yes.
Let's see, because I think we are gonna have a long time with this without it. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, yes,
Mm.
naturally. One thing. there's like a little cool fact for you as well. Wish I Had an Angel song,
Oh.
and they use the same kind of kick sound in their song that we use in Turmion Kätilöt. And
Ah.
if I remember correctly, you have to ask MC Raakape, but they asked for a kick sound from us.
Oh,
That's
really?
that's why it sounds
Oh,
it has like a
it has
that
that
kind of a disco beat in
vibe.
it.
Yes.
I'm not sure did they use it into the album version, but at least they had talks with Petya about this.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah. I will have to ask him if I see him. Um. Next question is, what's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house?
What? Worst thing I have ever.
A guest has ever done at your house?
Wow. Well, how deep you want to go with this one? Because we, like I said, we like to party and we like to do crazy things. So, uh, well, how to say this lightly? Well, there has definitely been stuff in places that there shouldn't be anything put inside.
uh,
Mm, mm. At this one party, also, it was a house party, something. At some point, one of my friends just had like a little bit Caesar moment. He just rose on the table and was like doing Caesar impressions
yeah.
with the meat and stuff like that. But that's like not normal. I think it goes with the putting things inside of holes in your body that shouldn't do. I think
Yeah.
that's more like those, but I think we don't go deeper in that.
It's
But
uh,
those has been like really interesting moments that you come inside a room and you're like, whoa, what is happening over
what is
here?
happening here? But those are always the fun moments. Like,
Yeah, but
what is going
nowadays
on?
it's more like you have seen it all in so many times, like
Yeah,
and you just go and sit on the sofa and grab a beer, and
yeah.
there's just some
Whatever, do your
situation.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Meat hooks or flamethrowers?
Flamethrowers, definitely.
Yeah. I hope we can see some on stage when you guys tour with Nightwish.
I actually talked with our tech manager who is doing all the pyrotechnics for us, and I asked him for the bigger one, and he has built
Oh,
me something with the extra canisters and something like that.
oh,
I haven't seen
nice.
it yet, but it's gonna be something else.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so
Well,
Till Lindemann, if you happen to see this, I'm coming to get you, man.
uh, okay, those were my questions. So thank you for taking the time to do this interview. And well, if you guys like them during the Nightwish tour, go buy tickets for their own European tour and see you guys with Nightwish on stage. And I'm really looking forward to it.
We too. It was lovely to do this with you, Natalie. Thank you.
Thank you.